Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. GRM Adrian here. Welcome back to the Twitch channel and the Secret World. Well, not the, but welcome back to Secret World Legends. It's been a pretty productive week for me, I would say, since a Monday's stream, leveling stream on YouTube, where I, managed to dive into PvP. Did the Polaris as well on my character, and at that point, I had just about finished Kingsmouth. Things are looking pretty good now, actually. I've done Savage Coast. I've completed that. Not 100% because there's a couple of quests kind of missing in the Savage Coast right now. It kind of happens with the Head Start, I suppose. You get lots of buggy stuff. So yeah, I can't complete Savage Coast for some reason. But I've also completed the Blue Mountains now. 100% completed all the quests there, and now I'm back in Kingsmouth to carry on the main story, Dawning of an Endless Night, which I am at tier 19 now. A couple of observations from my gaming time this week. I haven't really had that much of time to play. I probably put in about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, since Monday. And the one thing I can tell you right now is that leveling in this game is super quick. Well, because I'm a patron and I do get that 10% XP bonus, I'm not sure how it is for free-to-play players. So what I'm gonna do is, when I'm pretty much done and happy with seeing whatever I want to see at endgame, when I hit level 15, when I'm, when I've got all the relevant points for this character for my review, I'm gonna go create a new account, a brand new account, which has no links to old TSW whatsoever, and I'm gonna, level that as well and see exactly how it is for free-to-play players as opposed to being a patron. So as a patron though, I noticed I am out-leveling quests, I'm out-leveling content, I'm moving along very, very fast. I am level 39 now. Here, let me open my inventory. There you go, I'm level 39, and I was 37 when I finished the Blue Mountains, and then I started running some dungeons and stuff just to pick up open the dungeon daily boxes and stuff, because if I don't, all my keys are I wouldn't say going to waste, but I should be making better use of my dungeon keys, especially if I want to upgrade my gear and stuff. So quick check-in on my gear as well. I've been kind of happy with how the upgrade system sort of works here in Secret World Legends, because you keep on picking up these bags, as you guys will know from having playing the game now or watching me stream it. So you'll know that you'll get a lot of the talisman bags, weapon bags, and I haven't really got anything good except these two. You see the yellow pips at the bottom of the icon there. That's gonna indicate the mark or mock MK, however you pronounce it. So you got 1, 2, and 3. 3 is obviously the best, and it's in purple, so it's going to give you a better bonus for whatever your fancy stats are. Like in this case, restoration gives you 50% chance to restore 2.25% of your health, and I kind of like that for solo play, because I build my I create my builds around solo and survivability, as opposed to going all out DPS like I used to in TSW, only having 1,950 kind of health, or no, 1,920 I think it was, all DPS gear. So I'm doing it a little different, and I've just upgraded and upgraded, and by the time I'm not even in Egypt yet, and I've got all these blue gear, which I am kind of feeling a little OP right now, because I'm pretty much just one-shotting every mob that I come across. And for the daily challenges, these reset at about 6 a.m. EST. There's a chance to earn 10,000 marks of favor from this, and you obviously want to be doing it, because marks of favor is an important currency, especially if you want to buy stuff off the auction house, or use it to unlock your inventory slots, and remove glyphs from your weapons, and for fusion as well. So I've been going back to old zones to complete doing main missions and side missions, because those give you little XP as compared to when you do them in the zone that you're currently in. So if I went back and did Blue Mountains again, I would get more XP than I would if I did Kingsmouth. So that's why I'm coming back to Kingsmouth almost every day, because as patrons you get the 8-hour cooldown, so that's what I've been doing. So yeah, one-shotting everything, pretty easy, and now I'm just waiting to move along the main story before I head into Egypt. So that's exactly what I'm going to do, and after this I'm going to jump into the Ankh, because I'm getting really worried about missing the level cap thing for that. And I know you can just you know, jump in as a private group, but I just prefer to, you know, jump in whenever I can. So the cap for this is like 44. I'm 39 now, so 5 levels more, and you know, I have to jump in a private team. So I'm really out leveling everything. So we'll go ahead and jump into Ankh later after this. But right now in the story, let's go ahead and proceed this. Activate the wards in Kingsmouth town, and these are the wards. As far as the story goes, I mean, for those of you that, you know, potentially may watch this on YouTube or whatever, I'm not going to spoil anything. But, you know, in stream 1, we found out who, you know, the main antagonist is, and we've sort of chased him down. We've sort of grown as a secret agent, and we've pretty much wrapped up the story for Solomon Island. And what I really enjoyed about Secret World Legends' take on the story this time is, remember all that linear progression back in Kingsmouth? When you get to the Blue Mountains, it sort of spreads out a bit. A lot more quests opens up because you're out leveling. As I said, leveling takes, you know, becomes quite a quick process. So a lot of quests begin to open up. However, some of the you know, main stories will need you to complete some of these story quests from NPCs in order to advance. And what that does is it makes the story flow really, really good. It's an improvement over the Secret World, that's for sure. So yeah, I'm not gonna spoil the story right now, but you know, there are cutscenes coming up, so let's go ahead and get this started. And you know, I've pretty much stuck to elemental and shotgun this entire leveling process, because it's just sort of, I don't know, I feel good about it. So these mobs in the main story of where I am, they're like level 30 now, so I'm 9 levels ahead. Just keep that in mind. You see me one-shotting stuff, it's because I'm 9 levels ahead. I'll pretty much just defend the stones, I suppose. I jumped into one of my favorite dungeons, I think, on Wednesday, which was, wait, Wednesday was yesterday, right? Tuesday, sorry, which was the Darkness War. That is a great dungeon that, you know, players need to experience in the Blue Mountain, because it gives you some context as to, you know, the Indians who used to be on this land, the fight for survival, which, you know, which invaders came, and what the story is behind that. It's just really, really cool. And the final boss fight was really nice as well. Darkness War. Zombies, zombies, zombies. Any more? Bring it on. I'm ready. Oh crap, this Warstone is half health. More here. Finger Impaler. Can't believe I'm fighting zombies alongside zombies. The irony, right? Last wave, that was the big guy. Bring it on, big guy. That should be it. Now we're going to be moving on to the Savage Coast to do the same thing. Defend the wards. Alright, you know, I said I'm not going to spoil it, but might as well. Just to give you guys some context. There are wards on Solomon Island in the 3 maps, which is Kingsmouth, and then you got Savage Coast, and then the Blue Mountains. And these wards were placed long time ago. You know, as a collaboration effort to keep out, you know, the evil beings that want to, invade Solomon Island because of, you know, the power that it holds and whatnot. So this whole issue with let's just call him B, with B and the sword and the fog, and, you know, the things that, you know, people dug up here in the past in Solomon Island. You can blame the Illuminati for that. All that shit has practically made this a cesspool for paranormal activity and the occult and all that shit. So the wards, we are going to be activating the wards now to, you know, try and reverse some of the shit that's been happening here in Solomon Island. So, and of course, we, the secret agent, have to play the important role in doing that. So. Okay, here's Savage Coasty. So yeah, there you go. Pretty much 100% complete. There's one quest around here that I have not been able to pick up because it's been missing, and this one as well. This one's bugged for me. I think the objectives were to get like 3 feathers and a sinew from a deep one, and I've killed over 200-300 of those things in like an hour and a half, and it never dropped. So I kept, you know, pausing the quest, retaking it up again, pausing it, retaking up again. No luck whatsoever. Okay, fastest way down there is probably through the academy here. Just gonna pour over there and cross over. Yeah, I mean, I it's too bad that I couldn't stream, you know, some of the awesome locations that I've been able to, you know, replay as a Secret World player. For example, Innsmouth Academy is one of my favorite places to quest. The Atlantic Island Park, I think it's called. Yeah, that one is just, oh my gosh, you have to play that in the dark. You know, if you're doing it for the first time, you have to turn off the lights, put the headphones on, and just play the quests in there. It's pretty epic. Now this little fog thingy that you see in the water, it looks kind of weird here because I turned down my DX11, I turned it down to 9. The game has been putting out some regular patches over the past couple of days. The problem with that is after the second patch, which was last night, I had an issue with DX11. I was crashing whenever I logged in. I would just crash to the desktop and do, like, you know, the gray little box asking you to report the issue. Do you want to report it or send something to Funcom? So ever since I turned that off, turned DX11 off, I'm not having an issue. But the game does look a little, let's just say I prefer the DX11, even though that's going to give me more issues. So here we are, putting up the wards again for the Savage Coast region. So we're pretty much going to get Savage Coast baddies. We just saw the familiars there, which are sort of like, I don't know, dolls that students in the Magic Academy in Innsmouth use to practice their magicka. God knows what happens in that school, really. But these things, I mean, they're hideous looking things, and they make the creepiest of noises. It's like playing with, you know, mutated live Barbie dolls or something. I mean, let's see if we can zoom in on that. I mean, look at that. Oh, it disappeared. Oh, here comes the Ankh. If there's one mob I absolutely hate with a vengeance in the Secret World and Secret World Legends, it's got to be the Ankh. I mean, back at launch of the Secret World in 2012, I think everybody could agree that these are the most annoying, you know, creatures that you can fight because, yeah. In Secret World Legends, it's somewhat easier. I mean, difficulty all around has been reduced. I think that's a universally known fact now. But every time I hear the Ankh make that noise, I just get this. Can't stand it. And if some of these zombies or these stones die, it's not much of a problem. Oh, here they come. The first thing they're gonna do is that little carpet thing. If you get stuck in the way, you're gonna get to the ground, stun for a while. Okay, bring on the boss. No, more Akabs. Damn it. One of the cool things, I mean, for those that actually do enjoy the Akab, for some reason, if you complete the Hunter of Savage Coast, which is pretty much just going around the map and killing all the boss, all the champion mobs that you can find, then you can, you'll earn a special reward, which is 10 AP, 10 SP, and then you'll get a cosmetic outfit as well, which is the Guise of the Akab, where you just wear, you know, a suit that resembles the Akab. For Kingsmouth Town is actually the Revenant. That one looked really good, so I really like the Kingsmouth one. Oh, here we go, it's the boss, Beast of Corruption. This guy is a lot of fun. I really enjoy this creature design. A lot of mystery to it, and if you play through, what's his name, the Tyler Freeborn quests, that sort of you know, puts a lot of focus on this thing in a way that you won't see in the base story. So I kind of like that. Speaking of Tyler Freeborn, a lot of people will probably miss this. They moved his starter quest further up the road, so he's just right outside the Wabanaki camp at the fork in the road. I'll show you guys. I just need to get to the Blue Mountains first. Let's head over there right now so we can turn on that the ward stone over there. So from like the day and a half that I had into Blue Mountain, I don't think players that were playing the Secret World way back when, you know, and the Blue Mountain in the Secret World used to be the cutoff point for a lot of the solo casual players, because when they get to the Blue Mountain in the old game, they're like, okay, this place is way too hard for me, way too punishing, mobs are starting to put a lot of stuff on me, and my build, for whatever reason, isn't working, and I have no way to go back and restart my build and everything. So Blue Mountain was really the point where you learn whether your build at the time worked or not. You know, that's all down to the skill wheel, and because it was so new at the time, nobody had guides out, and everybody just you know, followed what the popular build was. So that's all changed now. In Secret World Legends, the Blue Mountain is actually really easy to play through. It's actually fun in a way, because you can pretty much just enjoy the story, speed run through, hang out with some friends, do stories, open a few drinks, and you know, it's that sort of roller coaster progression. But the one thing that I'm pretty sad about is actually the quarry. I mean, this used to be like a farming zone for, you know, oh gosh, I can't remember now. Back then we would get like AP and SP anima boosts or XP boosts in the Secret World, and we'd form like a big raid, and we'd go around the quarry and just kill, because it was sort of like the best place to farm stuff back in the day. This time around, there's not a lot happening in there. I know one or two quests will take you in there to do a couple of things, but a majority of the content in here is pretty much gone. So kind of sad, because this is actually a well-designed place. I mean, you can see what they're trying to go for the quarry back in the old game, because it really does have a good design where you got to go around, and in the middle you got the hard-hitting mobs and stuff, and there's actually a boss mob in there too. There's a champion mob in there in Secret World Legends. So yeah, really hope they add more stuff to that in the future. Right, as I was saying about Tyler Freeborn, you'd usually pick up his SD card quest somewhere around here. That has now changed, so I've gone ahead and put a marker over there to remind my future alts that his quests actually start here, which is just outside the Wabanaki camp. And yeah, Tyler Freeborn, that pretty much means the DLC, all the issues, all the extra content that players had to pay money for, or use their bonus Funcom points to buy back in the old Secret World, is actually now in this game, part of the story, for free. And some of them, like I believe a train to the last train to Cairo, is tied to the main story. I don't know, I haven't been to Egypt yet, but according to a lot of people, Lacerate and Cairo is actually part of the main story progression, whereas Tyler Freeborn's not. It's just a separate, you know, action quest, investigation mission, sabotage mission, whatever. But actually, I would have preferred if they put Tyler Freeborn into the main story, because his quest, or his chain of quests, actually serves as a brilliant epilogue to the entire Solomon Island story, because of what he discovers, his journey from, you know, a couple of days before the fog hits the island, and then during, he goes out and, you know, he takes a look at the creatures. He tries to understand the fog, how it works, what's this strain, you know, in the air and stuff like that. And by the end of it all, he's like, you know what, this is getting out of hand, people don't believe me, I'm gonna have to prove them wrong. And so he freaking goes into the fog, and you start to learn more about the higher powers at play here. You know, the dream state, as it is. And I think that this is just like, you know, when you're reading or whatever, you have a compulsory reading material. This is a compulsory playing material, the Tyler Freeborn quests. If you absolutely want closure for the Solomon Island story, you have to play the Tyler Freeborn quests, and it's free of charge, so really there's no reason not to. So free-to-play players watching, just finish the Blue Mountain story first, then go do the Tyler Freeborn quests, preferably even after you finish up your Dawning of an Endless Night, or just before. It'll really give you a nice closure. Alrighty, let's go grab these wards. Let's wrap up our story here and jump into the Ankh. I have my 18 dungeon keys. I will probably do one tonight. Kind of tired from the long day. Let's roll. Alright, zombies, here I am. Oh, you like my cute little scooter, by the way? The scooter is like, you know, the color, golden color, kind of replicates like a bee or something. It's kind of funny. Back in CSL, I'd always dress as the shrink mask with the robe costume, and I'd run around on the scooter. It was absolutely hilarious. Just something the Scream guy would totally do too. Okay, here we go. The Wendigos. Levels there. The balance between elemental and shotgun, I really am starting to like. I really like how that works. I'm really happy about swapping my weapons midway through, and that's the thing, you know, as a free-to-play player, you don't necessarily have that option, which is sucky. But then again, hey, it is a restriction. Of course, you can overcome that if you pay your mark a favor, which is why I say again, it's important to do your daily challenges. And you know, I know there is a timer for you guys, free-to-play players, that you cannot redo a quest for, I don't know, 30 hours is it? For patrons, it's an 8-hour reset. For free-to-play players, it's longer than that. But you know, don't let that stop you. Just go to a new zone and, you know, just pick up the quests. Damn it, quarry workers and their hammers. I'll show you guys a neat little trick too, which is basically animation canceling for elemental and shotgun. I need a mob to do it. My number 2 skill here, which is basically this, the chain lightning, has a pretty long, you know, animation, but just as it fires off, I'm gonna hit my shotgun, so that's gonna give me double damage for a second, just like that. So, boom. So I'm getting 2, 5. So, I mean, dungeons and when you're faced with a lot of mobs, the animation canceling, you know, kills mobs quicker. Instead of having to do it manually, for example. Well, he's dead. I'll wait for the next mob. But yeah, it's gonna take a lot longer to do them individually. Hit 2 and then hit 5. I'm hitting 5 just as the chain lightning is about to hit. So that animation canceling thing has really worked out for me. Okay, so that's done. Tier 20 out of 22. This is it. We're actually getting really close to the end of the Solomon Island story here. So go to the Wabanaki Holy Site. I think we are about to discuss our next step.
Detected. Laboratory atmosphere unstable. Evacuate laboratory immediately.
The hell? That is some pretty far-reaching loudspeakers, yo. Then again, it's the Orochi group. Orochi group, they have so many subsidiaries under them. Anansi is one of them, and Anansi is like the makers of all the headphones and phones and gadgets in this game, so it's a cool little lore tidbit there.
Air stabilizers activated. Laboratory atmosphere will return to normal in approximately 30 seconds.
So basically what the message is you see these tents. There are a couple of quests in there that requires you to sneak into these tents. I can see a player down there. Sneak into the tents, grab the DNA or grab some filth samples now. Oh, we haven't talked about the filth actually, because my streams have gone farther than that, so unfortunately. Probably I'll double back with a new character or something. But yeah, the filth is the contaminating agent on Solomon Island. It's why some of the zombies and shit have like black tentacles around, and the filth is what we also saw in the Tokyo tutorial in the subway. The bomb that went off, that sort of is the filth, and that's a contaminating agent. So the Orochi group, being who they are, because they own pretty much everything in the world, they are how many subsidiaries do they have? Well, basically all their subsidiaries are companies within the world. Psychoil, for example, is the gas, petroleum and gas, and then Anansi, as I said, is the gadgets. Then they've got one for health and medical and pharmaceuticals, and they've got almost every industry basically. So when the filth came out, kind of thing, they see it as an opportunity to research it and exploit it and try and weaponize the filth through all these testing and shit. So who knows, are they to blame for what's happening here in Solomon Island? Again, you'll have to find that out yourself. So yeah, that's what they're pretty much doing down there, and you got a lot of missions that will ask you to go in there, sneak past those cameras, which are the blue grids that you see. Those are drones that if you walk into your net, you'll get caught. You gotta restart, then just jump back in. So yeah, the trick is to put like some gas into the air conditioning unit at the back, and then that message will play over the PA, gas leak detected, then they'll run out and you gotta run in. So pretty cool sabotage quest mechanics there. And also a brief introduction to the Orochi group, which they will have such a huge part to play later on in the story. Again, I can't stress it enough, especially since Tokyo isn't even out yet, so God knows how long they'll take. Oh, look, we have Henry Grimy Armitage. What's up? Oh, he does look like an Armitage that I know. Well, no, not really. Okay. I believe we are due a cutscene right now, so let's just go ahead and stand here in the middle. These black clouds that's flying around are actually spirits. And no, I'm not making that up. If you play the story, this is spirits. I had one quest where I had to catch them. I can't remember if that was the prelude to the Darkness War dungeon or not. But anyway, this is Sacred Wabanaki ground, and we've already established who the antagonist is, what his motives are. Now I guess we're gonna find out how to beat him. Seeing as I am the gifted powered one, I suppose I don't have a choice but to participate in this. So this is a solo instance. Let's go ahead and enter. I'm gonna turn up the volume now so we can hear the cutscenes. Pretty dark. Oh, here we go.
All these wasted years.
We all played a part. We all made mistakes. The only thing that matters now is that we repair the damage we've caused before it destroys our chance for a future.
What? I thought we already fixed it. Well, not we as much as...
Your mother is right, Kyra. Yes, the wards are working again, for now, but the sanctum of the mountain has already been breached. The enemy must be confronted. Thanks to you, we have one last chance. With the wards repaired and our family reunited, we might have the strength to fight him. But we do need your help. We are mortals while you are so much more. The sword our enemy carries is both a weapon and a key, and the source of all his power. When you last confronted him, you were no match for him. This time, you will go with the power of all the ages. The wells of our forefathers have been filled, and you will drink from them.
Just think of it as an elixir. It's perfectly safe, I think.
We will channel the spirits of our ancestors to guide you, and the thunder of the gods from the north to still the black waters. You will wield this power, and the world will tremble beneath your feet. But be quick. Such magic won't last, and we only have one opportunity to right our wrongs. Both the people of the dawn and the people of tomorrow pray for your success.
Go team! Sorry, Mom, but it really was one of those go team moments.
So much pressure. Okay, so I guess this is the final boss fight with antagonist B. Everybody's here, the whole gang's here. We got Paul, I'm guessing Paul's wife, Old Man Joe, brothers, and of course Boone and John, and Rit. Okay, let's go to the deep shaft. Actually, just checking for lore here. You never know. They've moved a lot of the lore in places that you won't see them, and a good change too with Secret World Legends that I like is that you can now get lore drops by simply killing some of the enemies. Like if you kill zombies or whatever, then you know, you're gonna open up a lore. So I like that change a lot. I suppose it's sort of a way to mitigate the feeling that I'm killing all these mobs, but I'm not actually getting anything. You know, because back in the Secret World, even if you kill like just a bunch of zombies or whatever, they always drop that little loot box, and you know, if you open it, you'll get Pax Romana, which is the old game's money currency. Whereas here, you only stand a chance to either get the Garthian cache, which the drop rate is incredibly crazy. I have about 60 plus on my character right now, 60 in the bank actually, and I picked up 5 from like before the downtime. The good thing is you can sell them. As you can see, they have a price down there, and they actually sell for anima shards, which is really handy because you could sell you use anima shards for all your upgrading and stuff. So anyway, we are going down to the, oh, look what I just jumped into, a lore. Great good place to put it, because you know, you could see I was going for the shortcut, the fastest way down here into the mine shafts, and the devs, being devs, saw that as an opportunity to put lore my way, so I'll take it. Thank you very much. Oh no, you've reached the maximum amount of skill point. You will need to spend some... Okay. Yeah, I keep doing this a lot. I just hog my AP and SP. I pretty much have maxed out my elementalism. Well, not maxed out. I bought everything, including this, but I will need to upgrade it from Mastery 1 to Mastery 2 to increase all these stats. And these are going to cost like 40 AP, and I'm only 2 away, so I'm saving it for that. Because as far as shotgun goes, I've pretty much picked up all the skills that I will use in my solo build, which is a lot of the self-healing, and you know, I've got cleanup as well, very handy. as shotgun DPS go, it's not really my primary weapon. That's my elemental, so I'm not gonna put a lot of AP into this. Maybe when I am swimming in AP, I'll come back and look at it. But yeah, I'm saving my AP for this. Passives, on the other hand, I mean, they're all over the place because you can't, like, for me as like a main DPS type person, I would always look for the ones that gives me DPS stuff, like hit rating, for example, and then attack rating as well. Where's attack rating? Hit rating, attack rating. So I'll go for this stuff, but because of how this works, you can't actually just pick one and upgrade it like that. You have to unlock everything, that precedes whatever you want to unlock. So I've pretty much just am going down, layer by layer, or row by row, and just unlocking whatever comes my way. So right now I can do hit rating, and hit rating is really important because you glance less often, and if you want your crits to proc and everything, then hit is definitely good. Let's go ahead and unlock that, except I can't for some reason. Hello. That's odd. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. Oh, okay, I gotta do volatile current first, right? Because it kind of looked like I had it unlocked. So let's go ahead and click that and hit rating. Great, 10 left. I could go for this, but since I'm not using this, I'm just gonna skip this one, and there's no passive stat here, so I could make my way down here, and I can go for attack rating here, which is just nice. Attack rating is good too. Except I can't. What? Oh no, I haven't got this. Crap. Damn it. Story of my day so far. Okay, let's get blazing bolts, and we'll go from there. So that's basically how I'm approaching my own gear or weapon progression. Because I have found my build, and I guess I lucked out on finding a pretty good build for myself. So I don't really have to go swapping weapons here and there because it's just too much work. Even as a patron, that's too much work. So I can only imagine how free-to-play players will have to go about, if they stumble upon the wrong weapon or they don't like their current weapons or whatever. So if you are starting to play after I put out my review, or after you watch any one of my streams, so happens you drop by or whatever, I think research about the weapons is strongly recommended. And well, if I have the time, I'll probably do it. I'll probably put out guides and whatever, but guides is not my thing. I'm more focused on reviewing the game. That's my main content. But if you're a new player, please do some research about the weapons that you want to use. And oh shit, the thing's coming. I could probably kill him, honest. Oh no, I can't. He's level 50. This is the Blue Ridge Mine. It's part of the main story. A couple of stuff happening here. I'm not going to spoil that, but you do revisit this place quite a bit. And in this mines, you'll see a couple of these golems walking by who has a lot of health. And if you're coming in here, so like a level 20, 21, 24, or whatever, yeah, you have no chance of taking them on. So you're gonna have to wait for them to drop by. These are mines in the ground. I know they kind of look weird, but yeah, those are mines. And then you've got this little Hershey chocolate stuff. I'm just gonna call it that. This Hershey chocolate shit that if you step on it, you're gonna... Okay, that's weird. I'm not getting punished for stepping on it. Maybe because I'm too high levels, I don't know. But if you are playing this the first time on like one of that lady's quest back in the mansion, then you'll definitely have a penalty for stepping on that stuff. Okay, let's go down and let's face the bad guy. This is the first mini gatekeeper, we used to call it in my cabal. This boss fight is like the first mini gatekeeper, meaning that if you couldn't beat him, then there's a problem with your build. Okay, let's put on the helmet. That gives me light, because things can get really dark down here. I wonder if we have those shades running around. I remember killing a bunch for our first confrontation. I guess not. And there's also a marker there, so at least this time you know where to go. When you come in here for the first time, there wasn't a marker or anything, so that was really cool. You got to explore, and you take a wrong turn, you'll bump into some shades. I'm not sure if you guys have seen the shades yet on my stream, because I didn't do it. I didn't stream any of the Blue Mountain stuff. So, but yeah, deep, dark cavern. Oh, there he is. Okay, let me just think about what kind of build I want to be using here. Is there going to be AoE or not? I know he's going to spawn a lot of those dog-looking things. I'm just going to go with my solo build number 2 here. And for those that are wondering, there is a gear manager system in-game, but there's no UI for it, so you got to use manual commands. Like I'm just going to type in here. Hang on, I'm actually just going to bring my chat forward so you guys can see the command. So I'll put that up there. Okay, there we go. That's better. So what's going to happen is if you type gear manager, it automatically fills up, and then if you have your build ready, the command will be /gear manager and then save, and then you just name your current build. For example, solo 1. I've already gone and saved this particular build as solo 1. So when I want to use my solo 2, which is the second build that I create, same command /gear manager, use solo 2, and just watch my ability bars. It is changed right now. So the system is already in the game. You just need to unfortunately for now just remember the manual commands for it, but it's pretty easy. I promise it's not that hard, and I think you can go up to like 5 or 6. Oops, I forgot to mute my phone here. So yeah, that's a fun way, I suppose, until they at least add the an official UI or something. I can totally imagine them putting it somewhere down here. But until that comes, I suppose we have to deal with what we have. So this build that I have is primarily based off my shotgun skills. I have more shotgun skills on my bar than, well, I have equal actually, 3 and 3. But having more shotgun skills means that, you know, you have a better chance of getting the shells that you want. Because I'm not sure how many of you guys actually play shotgun in Secret World, but the mechanics is that, you know, you get RNG, completely random shells. So this one's fire, so this is a dot shell. Every hit is going to put a dot on the enemy. And the purple one, I think, is like a, oh gosh, I can't remember. The blue one I know is like a debuff or some sort, and then the green one is healing. So as a solo player who runs elemental as my primary, healing is obviously going to be my second choice here. And as for my passives, both my elemental and shotgun give me heals. So elemental heals whenever I hit, and shotgun every time I reload. So just decent amount of survivability in here, because I was actually expecting the Blue Mountain to be, you know, harder than it was. So I'm just gonna keep it for boss fights and whatnot, and maybe at end game I'll try and look at it, jump into like solo scenarios and see what's up. There's somebody in chat. We have a Ashkelon. Sorry if I get your name wrong. Ashkelon asks, hello, what weapons would you recommend for a new player? Like, I like blood magic, but I've read that since they don't have hit rating on the passives, you miss a lot. Let me just confirm that for you, Ashkelon. I play blood on my second alt, but I have not looked at the passives that much. But traditionally, blood has always been sort of that, you know, back in the old game at least, it's always been the healing one, the barrier weapon a lot of healers use. So far I'm not seeing any hit rating, but you do see a lot of heal rating. I mean, hit rating, I'm sure you can put in other little stuff in the future, from glyphs or signets or, you know, stuff like that, or from other passives from your secondary weapon also counts for your primary weapon. So if you want hit rating, I'm sure there are many ways to go about, and I really wouldn't worry about it. If you want to play blood as your main, I would say go ahead. Really, yeah, I would totally say go ahead, because as blood, your capstone does give you hit, no, it doesn't give you hit rating, it's attack rating. But honestly, I wouldn't worry about it. We've got Thorny Subject in chat. It says, hi, Adrian. Hope you're doing good. I'm having to lurk right now, but just to let you know, I'm listening. Hey, thorny subject, how you doing? Yeah, no worries. I like that. I'm having to lurk right now. I used to do that when I was working in my PR company way back in the day. I would turn on Twitch in the background and write my press releases, and I'd listen to other people play games. So yeah, I totally get what you mean. All right, here is Mr. Freddy Beaumont. He's got 15. No, I read that wrong. Is that 156,000? Whatever. Let's dive in. This bastard and his sword has given us a lot of pain over the past few days in Solomon Island, so let's go ahead and give him some payback. Okay, I'm starting to think that maybe my chain lightning would have been better. I'm just going to turn down my volume real quick. There we go. Bring out your puppies. Kind of miss the dogs. Right, so as you can see, it's time to reload my shotgun, and at the slots where my skill should be, you'll see I've got 3 different options. Number 2 is for something else, and number 4 and 5 is for the dot one. So I'm gonna go with number 2. So that's giving me I think it's the uranium shells, I think is what it's called. That's pretty much how it works. But don't forget, you will need energy. Your weapon consumes energy, so that's why swapping between basic attacks and your primary and secondary is important. I'm gonna use my elite skill here. I really like the animation for that, really cool. So here comes the doggies. Please give me heals. Damn it, none. Well, I'll take them too. I can't actually remember if I'm supposed to kill the little doggies first or not. Oh, I guess just get rid of one. So as you can see right now, my basic elemental attacks is giving me health back. So that's my basic solo survivability there. And as for my shotgun, oh, there we go. So I've got 2 shell reload options now. Both of them are heals, and the third one is DPS. I'm gonna go for heals, just in case. Come on, Beamon. Hit me with your sword. So I've just reloaded because I've got pretty much full health, and I didn't really need that. So I have used a sort of like a free reload skill. So what that does is, again, it allows me to pick the type of shells that I want to suit this situation. So I find that using shotgun as a DPS is pretty fun as compared to using it as a tank. Because as a tank, you are probably only gonna want like a shell, which is just the healing shell, which is basically this. So every time I'm shooting, I'm gonna heal myself. So if you do have some healer rating items like talismans on you, you're obviously gonna self-heal for a lot more at the expense of DPS. So, and I'm just running. I'm running like let me just stand still here. I'm only running 1 health talisman, and the rest are pretty much just DPS. So that's my build. I do. I do, actually, but I'm not gonna spoil it. Thank you for the reminder, Puma. I've only played this like 4 times. Oh dear. Okay, let's get rid of the extra Behemoths. Should probably get rid of these guys. Clones are never a good thing. Anymore. Oh man, I'm overheating on one and I'm out of energy on the other. I guess my pacing could be better. I'm just gonna focus on B1 now. This one is dead anyway. use my elite ability that should one-shot him. It does, but it spawned another one. That's great. I'm not sure why I did that. Why I just reloaded again for no reason. Ah. I get the sword. I don't get the sword. So this interlude, as we call it, is one of the interesting parts. Oh.
Cassie, thank you, Mia. I knew you'd come through for me. There'll be a place at my table when I've taken back...
Come through for you? Do you have any idea who I am? Or who I am about to become?
Don't touch that! It's not for you. You have no fucking idea what you're messing with.
Funny. I was gonna tell you the same thing. I just hope you understand, Beaumont. It's not you. It's me.
Cassie. Oh, sorry, Ashkelon, I just saw that in chat. I'm gonna get to you after this cutscene real quick. I'm gonna answer your question after this. So, as I was saying, this is like the first interlude. Lots of weird shit happens, man. I'm trying to crack my brain trying to figure out which one this is. Okay, anyway, yeah, I'll get to your question now. So what weapons would you recommend? I'm a solo player. Man, that's such a subjective thing. I mean, personally, have you played the Secret World? Or is this your first time and you're thinking about jumping in? I would say, you know, of course, I think you should balance out two. You should have one that's, you know, one primary that can do DPS, and the second weapon should at least be able to heal you. If you plan on playing solo all the way up to level 50, then that's what I suggest. But if you do join a cabal and you do have like a friend to play with, then you can, you know, mix around. If you're a patron, of course it doesn't matter because you've got all the weapon pages unlocked anyway, so you could mix and match, and the only thing you need is actually time and the AP and SB. But as a free-to-play player, you've only got like one shot, you know. Okay, personally, if you want my advice, I kind of like, while I like elemental and shotgun a lot because that's, you know, my personal preference, I would say go for something like chaos for survivability. That's going to be your primary, and then go for like an AR or blood for your secondary. If you put blood as your primary weapon, there's this health management thing that you got to look out for, which is basically the more damage you do with your blood attacks and how far that meter goes to your left on your screen, the more health it's going to consume out of you, and you're going to have to, you know, pretty much manage that with a secondary that can also heal. The thing with that is now you have two weapons that could potentially be main healing weapons too, so that could be fun, really, the blood and whatever secondary healing weapons you got. But I would say Chaos ARs is pretty good. Blade used to be the main solo weapon in the Secret World. I kid you not. Almost everybody who runs solo either had like a blade and a hammer build, but blades this time around, it's sort of, you know, I think you can do really decent DPS with blade. And hammer and chaos are like the main tanky weapons now. So yeah, I would definitely say something with chaos in it. Even hammer as your main is good, just as long as you've got something to heal you as a secondary, then I think you're good to go. So that's my 2 cents. And I know this is going to sound really, you know, crappy as a free-to-play player, but when you start the game, you go through like maybe 15 to 10 minutes of voice cutscenes and whatever, just watch them the first time and then skip it. And then, you know, if you're not happy with your build or whatever, make sure to play the hell out of that first tutorial, the one where there's like zombies in the graveyard or whatever. Just test out your skills, see if you actually like the animations, because animations is going to be a big part. You're going to be looking at yourself doing the same skills for a large majority of the game, and if you get bored of what you're doing, just check out the other weapons as well. Hope that helps. Okay, Thorny Subject says, yep, I gotta do boring admin stuff, so I'm using you as an entertaining soundtrack. I'm probably one of the least entertaining people on Twitch, or even my part of the world. I mean, I just say whatever that you know. I'm basically commentating. I'm not even, you know, trying to be funny or anything. But I appreciate that. Hope I'm giving you company over there with your work. Right. So I pretty much just woke up in some cave.
There is no way back now, but don't be afraid. You walk with us in the light, and the path ahead leads to greatness. Just take what is offered to you.
Indeed. So lots of questions Nooblish will be asking. Is that God? Is that God talking to me? Is he offering me a choice? What is he talking about? Or is that some spirit? So let's look at these scribbled notes here. You can see like backpacks and a tent.
Så vi kunne sikre sledene. En halvveis ned var vi nødt til å forlate hundene med Hassel og Bjåland og fortsette med bare sekkene på ryggen. Presterud, Belmont, meg selv og de tibetanske sherpaene la dagslyset bak oss og gikk dypere ned i isen. Efter hvert som mørket omringet oss, måtte vi måle hvert skritt med stor møye. En liten feil, og vi ville skli ned i den sikre død.
I'm gonna cut that because I'm sure none of us on Twitch here can actually understand that. When I first played this, I believe somebody said that was Norwegian. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, or Icelandic, because I don't know anyone who speaks that, but it's either Norwegian, Icelandic, or, you know, one of the Norse languages. So basically that note was saying that, you know, there's an expedition going up to the mountains, Tibet, so it's Himalayas, I suppose. And then we've got more of these lying around, so let's see what this is near the backpack here. I believe that is a Norway flag, so it is Norwegian. Yeah, I believe that is Norwegian. And come on, Funcom, Oslo, clicks. Okay, I'm just gonna speak over this Amundsen guy because at least we can understand. So, a blinding blizzard raged from the north, and there was heavy snow and wind. We set up camp at the edge to wait out the foul weather. That evening, I asked Nicholas to see the map again. He indulged me. As before, I was immediately struck by the alien lettering, the sharp print of vivid colors, the strange texture of the ancient parchment. So up in the mountains, they discovered something alien. What a surprise! Is there more? There's more. Jeez. 2 days before the skies cleared and we could emerge from our tents, I felt restless and ready to make the final push for our destination. We began the final descent into the crevice past noon. It was a fatiguing journey due to the polished ice and sharp rocks. More. I felt like no paper or textile known to man. Instead, I was slick and durable, susceptible neither to water nor fire. Roald Belmont said excitedly and pointed to the center of the map where the gate stood. We are near the entrance. When the storm lifts, we should be there within hours. Then our journey truly begins. So I'm not going to read the rest here, but because I have in the past, and
come closer.
Oh, here comes that God voice again, telling me to come closer. So I wonder if we are.
Where am I? What is this place?
Oh look, we're not alone.
This is. It must be a memory.
Who are you, lady? Mystery. More scribble notes. Right, so I plan to leave this journal behind with our tents. I'll bring that journal with me into the unknown. If we do not return, this document shall bear our witness. Roald Amundsen. Oh, a very important thing there was the date at the bottom, which is 1923. So this was some time ago. They probably discovered something they should not have. And now I'm just following ghosts.
We can give you what you deserve. We can give you the world. Come, speak with us, and you'll see.
Okay, I'm tempted by this world offer of yours. I mean, I have the power.
Your potential is being wasted by your puppet masters. Your future holds so much promise. We hate to see you held back by their narrow-mindedness and greed.
Fair point.
We are generous in giving to those who aspire to greatness. Don't let your talents be wasted. Don't accept any less than what you deserve.
So, I mean, from these flashbacks, you can tell we are not the first to be pulled into this icy cavern thingy where these voices are talking to people with powers. There's got to be a reason why, you know, they want to harvest us, or not harvest us, you know, align with us for our powers. So, 3 different
Look around.
set pieces here.
Witness the legacy of those who were brave and dared to dream. You can rise higher and reach further than they ever did, if you only accept our help and our gift to you.
Right. So this person, half-nude painter, is one of the recipients of this gift, and from the looks of it, he's actually a pretty decent painter. But
Some choose to be granted the gift of sight, to envision and recreate beauty. But beauty is hollow compared to true power.
Again, this guy's making pretty good points here. We have an entrance to a crypt of some sort. There's a memory here. Let's pick that up.
Some choose to be made into figureheads, pale shadows of those who walk the true and enlightened path alongside us. Become the one who pulls the strings, not the puppet on the throne.
Nice. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. With Secret World and Secret Legends, I always document stuff like this so I can read at my own leisure later on, so I do take tons and tons of screenshots about stuff like that in game. Okay, let's move on to the other set piece on the other side. I see bookcases and shelves. What do we got here? Oh. We have a man.
Some choose to be granted the gift of language, to use words to seduce and change the world.
Oh yeah, that
but
sounds like
true
Illuminati,
power
right?
cannot be contained by words, and true power can shape the world to your will.
Are you serious? Have you seen what's happening in 2017? Voice guy. Oh, here he is again. What's this? Oh, it's a photo on the steps.
Some choose material wealth, mere shadows of true wealth, true power. You will have no need for paper and metal when you carry within you something much greater.
Okay, voice guy, you win. Where do I sign up? So this part in the story, your first interlude, is gonna be, you know, introducing new players into a world or an existence that's larger than the Secret World itself. So on the surface, you got the Secret World. You know, on its first layer, you have the secret societies. You get that there are supernatural beings. You get the paranormal stuff, the occult. I mean, those are, you know, reverberations. Those are you know, effects and causes of what happened in Tokyo, and because of what happened there, a lot of this stuff is all coming out in some of these places. Now in this interlude, you're seeing a higher power, something that's more powerful than any of the secret societies put together. Any of the other factions like the Orochi group and the Phoenicians, the Council of Venice, all these other factions that are coming later on. This is basically this higher power and what it has to do with you in this game. So this interludes are going to be very, very important. I strongly urge that you guys pay attention. You know, immerse yourself in what is happening and based on who you are as a person, and then make your choices when the time comes. That's all I'm going to say. So let's go ahead and
come, and we'll speak of your future. We are fascinated by you. We want to hear everything about you.
Oh, there she is again.
I can't believe it.
Can't believe what? I'm staring at... I actually have no idea what this is. This looks like glass in the universe, I suppose. So I'm just gonna go walk in. Oh my god. I'm in a Gaia engine, yo. Everything is too bright. Oh, there we go. So, if you guys played the Tokyo tutorial, you would remember one of the opening scenes where, you know, you step out of the, you come down the stairs and you see this person called Sarah. Again, free-to-play players, you may not remember this, but it's the woman that sort of, you know, shapeshifts between you and her at the beginning, and she was looking at something similar to this.
Good.
Oh my god. That's Amundsen. That means...
That's what?
Nicholas must be here somewhere.
Oh, so this lady was actually searching for
the time has come to accept our gift to you. We can give you everything. The world. You only have to choose to accept it.
So here we are on the edge of freaking nowhere.
Get away from me. Get the hell away from me.
And this higher power voice is offering us a gift. And of course you now have to decide whether you want to take it or not. And I have the benefit of knowing what the gift does way later on in the game. So again, it's up to you whether you're going to take it or not. I'm not going to tell you what I've done in the past or what this is, but I am going to take it because I like what he says. I'm an Illuminati and I do things my way. So are you sure you wish to accept the gift? Yes. That wraps up the interlude.
Good. You made the right choice. This is only your first step down a new path. We will give you all that you desire as long as you stay true to us.
Heading back to the Blue Mountains now. And you know, all the NPCs will be wondering, where the heck did this guy go to? He killed... Oh, I would say kill, but he defeated the main bad guy and took a nap. Now the boss calls and the boss will be angry, if I remember right. So let's go ahead and claim that reward. So I'm gonna read these out loud for those that are not watching. Okay, from my dear Kristen Curie, she says, so that was a bust. Fine, yeah, you nailed the big bad and you probably saved the world, or at least a small piece of it. So high five to you, but the sword would have been nice. Also, WTF with being AWOL. When I call, you pick up ASAP. Wrap up whatever you're doing on Solomon Island. I'm sure you have unfinished business. And then stop by my office. We'll touch base, share war stories, compare scars, whatever. Signed, KG. Man, I love her. I love how they write her, you know, her text and stuff. It's just totally her. It's so her. Love the personality there. Okay, reward for this 6,000, almost 7k XP, 650 anima shards. Great, because I need to start clearing my bank by upgrading all my weapons here, and 2 talisman bags as well. And boom, I
promoted.
Oh,
faction rank increased. Congratulations, game changer.
Game changer. Is that what they're calling me now? Okay. So I have a new mail again from Kristen Curie. Phone call.
Good job. You really nailed this one. Keep this up and there's a place on the winning team when the dust clears.
So you need to make up your mind. You're either angry at me or you are happy that I'm doing things right and getting a promotion. That's sort of the discrepancy here with the new, you know, promotion system that Secret World Legends has. You know, every promotion you get a phone call, whereas in the old game, you know, every promotion, it's only the big ones will be, you know, important and memorable because they often take you back to the HQ where you'll have to actually complete a faction mission given to you by, in my case, the Illuminati's case, the Pyramidian, who is an you know, it's an AI basically in the Illuminati HQ, and he says some of the best lines in the game. So that was kind of fun, you know, learning about that and getting to be an actual secret agent, doing secret agent stuff in the faction missions. But they've taken that out of Secret World Legends, and it's one of the things that I actually wish they didn't, because that content made your choice of secret society or faction more meaningful. because without the faction missions, you're just wearing a badge and a shirt, you know, and everybody's running around. In fact, the nameplates, if you walk past other players, you don't even see what faction they are. You can't see the logo of an Illuminati, Templar, or Dragon, and that's, in my eyes, that sort of takes away, you know, the faction rivalry, the pride, because the Secret World was all about that. When we first launched, everybody was like, you know, oh, screw the Dragons, or screw Templars, or, you know, Illuminati sucks. And that was kind of a fun thing we had going on. But I get the sense, or I get the feeling that factions actually don't matter anymore. So that's just me. I do hope they bring back faction missions, because I really love those. There were some really freaky, spooky, terrifying ones in there. Right, so the next objective in the main story, questions and answers. This is the follow-up to the Interlude. It's gonna happen in New York City, where the Illuminati HQ is. So I'm not going to go and do that story. I'm gonna save that for maybe after the stream, because I am, you know, gathering just footage for my collection of TSW videos, so I'm gonna save that. But I will be jumping into the Ankh dungeon now, because I have 18 keys, and why the hell not? Did I stream a dungeon on Monday? I did the Polaris, right? So I am actually moving 3 dungeons ahead. I'm just gonna open up my group finder tool here. So as you can see here, there's the Polaris, there's Hell Raised for Savage Coast, and then there's Darkness War for Blue Mountains. That's done. I did, for all these dungeons, I did them like 3 times in a day, because you get 18 keys as a patron, and you get to open 6 boxes for these dungeon runs, because there will always be 6 bosses, so you get 6 dungeon chests. So it's up to you whether you want to open all 6 or save the key only for the last boss, because last boss will drop a weapon, a chance to get like a cool weapon and stuff, whereas the other 5 boxes prior to the last boss will drop, you know, talismans and something else. So it's your call. I have just got my dungeon keys reset, so I'm gonna jump into the Ankh and just use them, because why not? So sign up. Instant group there. And again, you know, I've not even entered Egypt, and I'm level 40 now. So the Ankh has a cap of level 44. So, you know, there could be a chance for new players that you may outlevel stuff very quickly. So when the opportunity comes to jump into the queue finder and do a dungeon, even though you've never been to the region where the dungeon is in, I highly suggest you just jump in anyway, because at least you will tick off you know, the achievement for having done it once, and you know, at least you'll learn the fights in normal mode, so that when you do come back and do them for the elites, which eventually leads to the Nightmare, which is the hardest difficulty ones, then at least you will be prepared. I'm gonna turn the volume down because dungeons will get loud. So here we go, 2 level 40s and a level 37.
The Ankh, symbol of rebirth, and you will be reborn in a fashion through the evolution of the filth. Our ancient predecessors called this place hell. You see the material I have left to work with. I apologize for my cannibalistic ex-colleagues. They are irrelevant to the scientific process.
Let me just change my build real quick. I forgot about that. Use solo 1. There we go. That's better. Anyway, the Ankh.
The primitives serve me after I prized the staff from their high priest's few
Jesus Christ, Doctor.
Aten
Give me a chance to explain this. So the Ankh in the Scorched Desert is sort of this, you know, underground pyramid or whatever that on Orochi, the Orochi group, spoiler alert, I mean, the Orochi will be everywhere. They've already gone on and screwed up the Savage Coast with their experiments on the field and, you know, the wildlife and everything in general. And now they're in Egypt too. So what they're trying to do is, you know, check out the filth and how that's affecting Egypt. So the Ankh is like their play center. You can see there's lots of Orochi personnel on the ground here. There's lots of Orochi equipment, so they have been pretty busy in here. And we have just jumped in to find out what's going on. And the guy speaking over the PA earlier, he's a doctor, I don't know his name. He's basically an Orochi doctor gone rogue, I think. All these crazy stuff that we're fighting. Some of the mummies, some of the weird creatures. They're all creations of Orochi at this point. The doctor has turned crazy, essentially. And that's what the Ankh is all about. We're in this huge underground pyramid-looking thing. Really like the design for this. And you'll get to see that more in the second Egypt region, which is City of the Sun God. Okay, here's the first dungeon chest. If I get anything other than a distillate, I will get a heart attack. Son of a gun, I got something other than a distillate. That's like the first time ever. I should say that more often. What is that? That's a faded whalebone rune. Oh, it's a tanking rune, but it does have something. I'll read that later. Wow, you guys in chat. I think you guys are my good luck charm. I did not expect that. In all my runs here in the Ankh, I have never gotten anything good. Oh,
Over many
I
years
guess we're jumping down now.
The filth, many microdoses I gained tolerance to it.
I would explain the fight better for new players watching. The problem is, you know, some of the people I'm running with, sometimes because we've done it before on TSW in Nightmare mode, there's a lot of cheats and a lot of shortcuts in the jumps and stuff to make it easier to get to the boss fights. So unfortunately, it's not going to be easy for me to explain. But hopefully, you know, this should give you an idea of at least what to expect. Okay, these balls of light thingies, I mean, if you get too close to them, they will just... Oh, son of a gun. Yeah, they will basically do that. And what that does is, if nobody kills you, or nobody gets it off you, then, I think you would die in Nightmare Mode. I think it one-shots you or something like that. So here is your first look at the crazy doctor. There he is.
To be clear,
Dr. Klein, I think his name is. And this fight is actually pretty cool. It's one of my favorite fights in the game. Because you're fighting on this bridge, and lots of shit can happen. Because, you know, you have such a narrow place on this bridge, and he does, you know, throw flying shit at you, like what he's doing right now. So you have to avoid him. So you gotta keep moving left or right depending on the situation here. So let's see what he does now. So he's putting out stuff on the left side, so you want to be on the right side of the bridge. Fortunately, our tank is just pulling a lot of these stuff. Oh, now that means you want to move to the left. Probably use some of my shotgun here to cool down my elemental. That's coming to the right-hand side. Okay, that big-ass fire means it's gonna do like a huge rolling thingy. So you definitely want to run back and hide behind this border because I can hear it coming. Holy shit. Oh, thank God. Right. So that's what we used to do. I mean, the tank just... Oh, you're kidding me. I avoided that. But yeah, I mean, the damage you take now in the normal mode is very... You know, it's puny. It doesn't even matter if you get hit or not. But you try your best to avoid them. Because in most cases, you will not have a healer when you queue for the dungeon finder. I've seen loads of people coming here, one tank, 2 DPS, no one's healing. Everyone's pretty much relying on self-heals at this point. Oh, close shave. Oh, I got hit there. So the whole idea of this fight is you don't want to kill him, you want to make him run, because he is the main boss of the Ankh dungeon. Oh, son of a gun, it's coming. So I guess our tank has a lot of HP, right? That's why it's not moving out of the way. I have about 3, I think the tank's got like 4. That's why she's been able to just stand there and do whatever she wants. I'm not gonna risk that, because I think it keeps you sharp. Because I do enjoy the Nightmare dungeons, and it's something that I want to do at endgame. Unfortunately, again, Nightmare dungeons are not in SWL yet. so I can't actually review the endgame properly. But I would definitely get more nightmare counter. Time to cool down my elemental here. Let's get Mjolnir going. Hit 2 from that. Avoid the stuff on the right. He should be running just about now. Yeah, there we go. Oh, come on. So that was the first introduction to Dr. Klein, and you know, that's a really fun fight. Lots of movement, and especially with the radical combat now, you know, your aiming is no longer tab targeting, always on your toes. I really like that. Okay, more jumping down. There's gonna be a lore here, but I already picked it up. Dispatch this real quick. You know, some of the effects on the weapons, like, I don't know what this person's using, hammer, you know, you've got the ring around you and stuff like that. Some of those stuff can be a hindrance in dungeons like the Ankh, because there's a lot of ground targeted, you know, harmful effects. Oh no, why'd you go do that for? We don't actually need to fight them. But yeah, that's what I mean by shortcuts. You could just jump down here and ignore your aggro. But you know, in case the group pools or whatever, then I guess a fight is necessary. But I guess it turned out good anyway, because there is actually a lore over here right behind me, which I have not picked up, so I'm just gonna do that real quick. Kind of abandoned the fight for a sec, just to pick up some Ankh lore. As you can see, this person is now taking a lot of damage, and I've got no way to heal him, unfortunately. So use my elite real quick. Okay, let's move on. Oh, they probably wanted the lore too, so okay, fair play. Since we had to kill them to, you know, get the damn lore. All right, 2 more. See, I can't see anything in that effect, which, you know, could be detrimental later on, but we'll learn to deal. Ah, a Garthian cache. How many is my total now? 6. So that makes it 69 that I've got in my bank right now. And again, you can sell them for anima shards, which is used for upgrading. Jane Emolia Simmons, let's roll. Let's check out Little Blade here. Let's go ahead and inspect her. Let's see what kind of gear she's rocking. She's rocking a Radiant Pigment, which is sort of like, oh, Secret World Legends coming down in 30 minutes for an update. Downtime shall last 2 hours. Are you fucking kidding me? We just had a downtime at like 6 EST. Well, that's news. Well, I suppose we better get this dungeon going. Yeah. Let's roll. Downtime incoming. I've already spent 2 keys. Quite sure we can take this down in... Damn it, how long do I have? 30 minutes? Shit. Well then. I don't have heals or anything. So I can't actually heal this person. So I'm just gonna burn whatever the middle one is and move on from there. Well, sorry guys. I guess the stream is gonna be cut short, unfortunately, due to downtime. And it's already 11:30 p.m. here in Malaysia, so I don't think I will stay up, you know, to stream after launch, after the servers are back up. So I do apologize for that. I wanted to show off healing as well, because my ult is, I'm leveling my ult as a healer, and I wanted to show you guys how healing worked in Secret World Legends. So I was going to do that in Polaris, but I guess I will save that for this Sunday on YouTube. And I'll be doing my leveling stream number 4. And hopefully I'll be in Egypt by then, checking out the City of the Sun God. and the final Hell Dungeon as well. Come on, it's a DPS race now. We gotta burn, burn, burn. Well, apparently our group mate up there has died or something, so it's just the two of us, which worries me a lot because there's one boss in the Ankh that is an absolute DPS check, and if you don't have, well, back then there was 5-man dungeons, and even then, if somebody in the group had a lacking in DPS and Nightmare, there's absolutely no chance in hell you could beat it. So with just the two of us, I have no idea how we're gonna take that thing down. Okay, he's back. Emolia's back, thank God. Alright, let's speed rush this, so I don't have much time to explain stuff, I suppose. I'll just make it up as we go along. Okay, third dungeon chest, please give me something good. Yeah, well, I'll take it. Two distillates and 1 whalebone. It's decent, I suppose. Let's go ahead and lock that. Anima well, which is basically your resurrection spots. Dungeons, I'm pretty much, you know, for trash mobs or whatever, I'm just spamming my elemental skills. Then, you know, when there's a need to cool down my thermotics meter, or there is a need to replenish some energy, I'll just swap over to shotgun. So I'm not really caring about my solo aspects earlier of having, you know, healing shells or whatever. That really doesn't matter in dungeons, because one of Secret World's, you know, the Secret World's designs with dungeon is that if you are a DPS, and as long as you understand the fights and as long as you don't stand in the shit, you're not going to take damage. There's not a lot of boss fights in the Secret World that has, you know, the group taking sustained damage unless the group fails to do something that the dungeon intends, like a DPS check, for example. Or if the tank can't pull aggro of multiple stray mobs or whatever, then yeah, the group will be penalized in some form. But for the most part, it is a pretty easy affair for DPS as long as you know what you're doing, you should be fine. If you stand in those black filth pools, then that's how you're pretty much going to take damage. Or else, the only person that should be taking damage now is the tank. Okay, that is pretty much a buff for the spiders, so I'm just gonna get rid of this guy real quick. As you can see, my energy levels is going down for my elementals, so I'm swapping over to my shotgun. Blast away a couple of shells before I get back to elemental. So for all those things that you read that says, oh, the combat's worse, I'm spamming this and that, it's, in my eyes at least, it's more dynamic, because I'm not, as much as I am using Mjolnir, because that is my heavy hitting weapon, there's also your check mechanic, whereby you absolutely need to be aware of your energy and heat levels as well. So, well, I'm stuck. So I'm gone. Oh, I'm no longer stuck. Great, I can get rid of that guy over there. Just cool down while I'm at it. Filth incoming. Should be able to get this guy, but more scientists, I believe 4 more scientists will quick. Go down again. Here come the scientists. Let's go ahead and get rid of him. It's down. Could burn him, I think we could burn him. 16k, 15k, come on, we can do this. I'll stay on him. 14k, 12k. I'm gonna use my elite now. This should drop into 3k, 2k, 1k. He's dead. Okay, let's move. Give me an occult talisman. Well, worth a shot. Alright, so this was the fight I was talking about. That is going to be, you know, one of the biggest DPS checks in the dungeon. I know we're short of time, and I really want to show you this cutscene because I want to, you know, show you guys what exactly we're up against, but I can't because of time constraints. So anyway, just keep your eyes here. It's going to show up any moment now for those of you that have not played this game. Little Blade is actually watching the cutscene. So, well, as soon as she's done with the cutscene, it's going to appear. Okay, there we go. Big freaking mummy. So the idea is we have to kill it before it, you know, reaches the end. We have to get to the end of the bridge, and so it's gonna be like a balancing act between clearing the path to the end by destroying all these gates and shit. At the same time, you need your DPS to start DPSing this colossal mummy because it's got a pretty big morale pool, and you're gonna have to do your best to bring him down. Behind him, you'll see all these little mummies that will, you know, they're just annoying ads that will come and pretty much a check for your tank and your healer or whatever. So our tank is brought. Oh my god. Well, that's what happens when you get too close to him. So let's just get rid of this dead Orochi cop real quick so we can move on to bigger things. Which is really the only big thing I'm worried about is taking down this mummy. Let's go. Back to DPS again. I'm doing good for energy, but not for heat, so I'm gonna cool down with my elite. That's taking me back down to 50. How's the gate doing at the back? Well, tank has cleared it. That's good. So we have a window there. He's almost halfway down. He's gonna swing again. You want to be far away before he does that, or you get punted back. Well, I guess I wasn't that far behind. So here comes the ads I was talking about. This is just annoyance ads, really, just get rid of them. And stay focused on the big boss here. Just keep burning him down, keep burning him down. The best way to avoid falling behind too far is to keep your back to the wall and move back, so that way you won't actually you know, be punted that far away. So you can be in minimal range to do your DPS, especially those of you that have melee weapons, for instance. Okay, when he does that rage thingy, that means he's gonna walk faster, and he's gonna be stopped at this gate intersection here. Is this the last one? Yes, this is the last intersection, so we absolutely have to burn him now. We are rushing for time here. He still has... Oh man, he's halfway there. Okay, let's cool down. Alright, burn. Come on guys, we can do this. Shove a shotgun in there. So as you can see, I just blocked my own punt by standing by the wall, so I'm able to DPS more. Come on, come on, come on, I need a cooldown. There we go. Okay, 40k, 39k. Where's everybody? No idea what they're doing. We absolutely need to burn him down quick before the mobs come. Because in this last one, all the mummies at the back will be coming at you, not just one or two. Well, I'm gonna use a pot here because this is absolute last resort now. Ultimate here, 15k. I'm gonna spam some of my basic attacks. Come on, 13k. The mobs aren't even there yet. We can do this, guys. Come on. No. 8k. Probably a couple more Mjolnirs. Okay, here come the ads. A couple more Mjolnirs. Come on. 1, 2. I'm gonna use my elite now. Come on, elite, elite. Oh, I'm out of power. Elite. Oh, there we go. Huh. Okay.
I told the committee we should have filled the data with concrete when we had the chance.
Come on, give me something good. Damn it. Well, I don't know how much time we have left. 30 minutes feels like 20 minutes ago, so I think we've got, what, 15 minutes? But the good news is I think we are at the final boss, which is the Klein fight now, Dr. Klein. So let's go ahead and finish him off. This used to be more fun, but now it's just like a filth pool. You can see that big ugly piece of, yeah, that basically. I'll explain that to you in another date. At another date, I should say. But that looks horrifying as hell. The first time I saw that in the Blue Mountain, I was like, what the f... That is creepy. The filth pools don't do a lot of damage, especially in the normal difficulty version of this dungeon, so you don't have to worry about running across. But if you do take, you know, if you do stay in it for too long, it will slow you down to a walking pace. So you want to just jump around and get on dry land once in a while. Okay, final boss fight. Client's up there. He's bringing up another colossal thingy here. So we're gonna have to start burning this guy. I believe, well, can I just change someone? I actually don't know. But I just want to get this done. Every once in a while, he'll like stop attacking, and then you'll see like he's being fed some power or being fed some energy from Dr. Klein up there. That's a cue for one of the DPS to head up and interrupt him, if I remember correctly. The crappy part is, I'm kind of stuck. Well, not anymore. So, okay, this person's going. I was gonna go, but that person made the move. Both of them are going, apparently. So that just leaves me. I don't know why both of them has to go, actually. Well, I'm just gonna stay here and slowly ap this guy's health away. Okay, so here he comes. And here he comes. Oh, I'm gonna get the full brunt of it. I need to cool down. So again, that health pool, that fourth pool I should say, being stuck there is not the most ideal place to have one. Simply because it's gonna be harder to pass through now. So I'm kinda isolated from the rest of the group. Son of a gun. I should be on the other side there. Because very soon he's gonna come down. He's gonna come down to one of these corners, and we're gonna have to avoid the stuff that we were doing on the bridge. Do you remember? All the balls flying at you left and right. So you got a whole bunch of crap coming at you. So that's gonna happen in one of these two side blocks here. So you want to balance that on one side, and you want to fight this big guy on the other side as well. So at this point, I'm just spamming my basic ability here, waiting for DPS to do whatever they're doing up there, just interrupting him basically, and that's gonna pull him down. Oh gosh, how much time do we have? 15 minutes? Ah, we got this. We got this. Okay, where's Klein gonna be at? If Klein's on that side, that person has to roll through the field to get to us, because we're pretty much gonna be fighting this colossal from this side. Klein's that side, so we want to stay here, but of course interrupt him. Ah, it's coming. It's coming. Get out of the way. Yeehaw. I'll just basic attack this guy then. Okay. So, oh shit! Did not see that. Holy shit. Noob error. Oh, that's what happens when you're playing against the damn maintenance clock. Okay, let's get back on the Colossal here. Let's overheat, slow down. Back to business again. He should be dead very soon. Oh, that damn filth pool is... It's an energy issue right now. Down to like 5,000, 5,000, one more, 1,000. Okay, he's gone. So Klein's about to show up. Nope, he's up there. So we gotta pick the flight to him now. So this is the last part of the fight, essentially.
The most important field event since the Black Plague.
Almost there.
What is it?
Hopefully a weapon drop.
Something
Well, but I already got the whalebone in this round, which is like the best thing I've ever gotten since Hit Start. Can you believe that? That's how bad the RNG is for me, so I doubt I'll get anything good from the final boss fight chest. But hey, who knows? Who knows, right? Okay, haul ass. Let's do this.
You're not just stopping science, you're denying an evolution. Small-minded to resist the great mutation.
Let's go down, build some energy back, shotgun a little bit. 7,000, he's gonna drop anytime now, and he drops. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the Ankh. I've received 22 anima shards from that fight. I've already done this before, so I can't actually get any experience or whatever. So this is the last dungeon chest. Let's hope I get the extraordinary weapon, whatever that is. I've never gotten one, so I actually don't know what these are. But I'm gonna get another distillate, which is the case as always. So thank you, RNG gods. And basically that is it. Downtime is now. Let me just tank the group and head out. Damn it! I can't believe. Okay, to be fair, they did say on the launcher that they were gonna bring up the exchange tonight or today, essentially. I don't know if this is for the exchange or not, but the auction house is back. I'm able to buy and sell weapons already, so that's good news. But the exchange is not. So, hey, I've got about 5 minutes to spare here. Oh, we got Zeticus in chat. Zeticus, hey man, he says GG. Yeah, that was a pretty. That was a rush, that run. Caught us by surprise halfway through with the whole downtime in 30 minutes crap. So here are, okay, so this is the auction house. It seems to be working again. Postal service, I actually managed to sell something. Or I bought something, I think. Okay. So can't wait for the exchange to come out. I might, try and... Zetica says, according to Twitter, it's going down for exchange maintenance. Ah, so that's what it is. Okay, good. So at least the exchange is back. No thanks to those exploiters at Head Start that, were the ones responsible for crashing and burning the exchange spell. And that resulted in 12 hours downtime plus whatever downtime we're going to have right now. If that's another 2 hours, that's going to be 14 hours in total lost. Lost because exploiters. Unfortunately, so I'm gonna have to go and look for something else to play. I'll probably head on to Lord of the Rings Online and just do my summer festival there. For those of you that do play Lotro, the summer festival is back online. It's got some cool rewards and shit, and I actually haven't done my anniversary stuff. So let me just see what I need to do here so I know. Well, when I get back, I need to... Damn it, I gotta do 5 more missions and empowerments. Well, I can do that right now. Yeah, again, important thing to do whenever possible, get your daily challenges done, because doing them, the base one, the daily, and then the bonus gives you 10,000 marks of favor every day, and that is going to add up eventually. And at this early stage in the auction house, everybody's there's people are still deciding, should I sell, should I buy, but in like a month time your money's gonna be super valuable, man. So stock up on your MOF right now. I will probably just upgrade my shotgun like 2 more times, I suppose. And I know a lot of people are gonna give me shit because I'm upgrading like 1 pip weapons, but I do have plans to get Aurum and upgrade them to like the 3 pip version, so I don't really care. Plus my elemental up here, I've already found MK3, which is basically the same the same thing, which is the restoration, which again I told you guys at the beginning of this video, my builds will be based around self-heals and the ability to survive in difficult situations. So that's why I've gone for restoration, instead of something that gives you crit rating or more DPS or crit damage, I should say. So that's my reasoning. But for new players, don't look at the way I build things as the way to go. Obviously there are other ways to do things as well, so let's do that once. And for the confusion that's going on, people's like, why are distillates costing anima shards to use? Because I thought they were going to be free. well, you will get distillates from your Agarthian caches as well, and those are the free ones, unfortunately. Everything that drops from the dungeons, you still have to pay anima shards. So, but again, if you are, you know, active in questing and just killing stuff and doing your daily challenges, then I guarantee you, you will have more than enough. And even if you don't like the lockbox idea, you can sell this for 50. Each box, you know, will net you 50 anima shards. So if you got like 100 lying around and you can only open one a day because you get one key as a patron, we'll just keep 10 and sell the 90. So that's 90 times 50, and then the 10. I mean, the more you play, again, they drop super. The drop rate for
empowerment results.
Agarthian caches is ridiculous. So you're gonna get tons of them anyway. That's my tip. Sell them. Okay, how many do I need again? Shit, I'm losing track of everything here. Okay, one more, and I am done. So shotgun here. Let's use that real quick. Okay. That leaves me with main missions to do, and I was actually saving that for Egypt tonight, but unfortunately, downtime. So I am gonna call it here, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to say thank you to everybody that hung out today. Ashkelon in chat, Thorny Subject as well, who's listening but not watching because of work. Hashtag screw work. And we've got Zeticus as well. Thanks for hanging out. It was short, unfortunately, because of downtime. And I'm gonna go to bed. It's almost midnight here, so there's no chance of me doing this later. But yeah, next leveling stream, which will be it will be on YouTube on Sunday, which is 10 p.m. Well, 10 a.m. EST. That's the timeline, because that'll be 10 p.m. for me as my optimal Sunday night streaming time. So anyway, I'm gonna go. Thanks again, guys. I'll catch you guys soon. Thanks for watching.